guys. It has been blessed by Grumsh. Let me know.
I'm locally muting you because otherwise it's going to go twice.
Okay.
We're on.
All right. So we are starting. So with that, welcome to the campaign of balance. We have, I think, everyone here except for one person who is working late. So that's fine. He'll show up, and he might show up actually naked in the campaign later on. So that'll be fine. That's on him. With that, I'm gonna set the scene for where we're at, where this campaign picks up, and how y'all all get together, and then see what y'all do. Because y'all could totally screw up my plans right here at the beginning. With that,
No.
I'm going to start from the perspective of Baracus Bone Snapper. He's the only character in here who is from the Sword Coast, favoring. You're there based off of this vision you received from your god. He showed you this dwarf with all these weird mechanical things and things, and this blob on his shoulders. This being that changes shapes like you could possibly change, weapons, because why would you change clothes? You're fearful. This flitting butterfly-ish creature, but humanoid, a fairy. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but you got this blue creature that you've never heard of such a creature existing in the world you are from. You fly there with your griffin, as you were bidden to do from this vision, and you see this field strewn with dead humanoids of various races outside the forest, which you consider part of your territory, not fully part of your territory, on the northern part of the Sword Coast along the tree lines. And if your eye does not deceive you, the corpse of Malar, the Beast Lord, slewn dead. There are a few heroic figures that you see, but their glory is diminished by the fact that you actually see gods among them. Uthgar and Tyr being two of them. And this fayish being with great antlers on his head. A name comes to you, the Green Lord. You don't even know where this comes from. And it looks like they're about to celebrate when all of a sudden this creature that is white and black, Harlequin style, appears and speaks. And you know he's not yelling, but you can hear him from where you are, safely hundreds of yards away. And he speaks to them. Thank you for releasing me. This being Malar channeled both the feral and civil, uniting everyone that he could while standing against civilization, wanting to bring back the natural order of things. He was but a pale comparison of what I shall bring. Thank you for letting my rise come. And he looks off in the distance from where he's speaking at, and you can feel his eyes and gaze right on you, Baracus Bone Snapper. How are you feeling in that moment? With this discomfort, he reaches down at Malar, keeping his gaze on you, and draws forth Malar's spine, and it grows and elongates. You can see the corpses of that field starting to move and add themselves to this being that begins to be created. This great beast um, looks much like Malar would in his prime, antlers and all, but skeletal and much unnerving. He sees this being, says, "I am balance, and I shall bring balance back to these places. I shall make them one, and they shall all be mine. Please do your part, encounter me, you and my chosen." Again, he stares at you, Bone Snapper, and he looks up. Do you look up? You see several worlds careening towards you. More than the moons, more than the planets off in the distance. They are charging at you, these giant celestial bodies. Uh, you've never seen these in the night sky or the day sky, um, but they are coming right at you. It is at this point that, let's see, Cutter. Yeah. So this is going to draw Cutter in and Arty. Cutter and Arty. Uh, Hi. Uh, you are both doing what you do, and a giant mist swarms up around you. Yeah. Uh, you travel through, and you actually get to a point where you can see what's going on. The mist allows you to leave, and you see that you are traveling straight towards not just this new world, but you can clearly see this green creature on top of what is it? An eagle? A, a serpent? You don't really know, but he's on top of some weird looking creature. You can surely try. Okay. All right. While you're doing that, and I figure out what to do with that, Cutter, what do you do? Correct. You are being enveloped in a mist, is what you feel. Okay. So you're trying to fight it. Do you try to fight your way through it, or are you trying to stand your ground and stay where you're at? Okay. You find that it gives you no resistance, and you're able to get out. And you too see that you're careening towards another world. And there's this green being, and he's on top of this weird-looking creature with like an eagle's head, and like you're not really sure what's going on at the back. Um, and there's this dwarf who's flying towards this green creature with full force, and um, yeah, y'all are you're about to collide. So Artie, your momentum is so much more than you were expecting because you actually have the momentum of a planet being forcibly dragged towards this location. So, do you wish to make contact or avoid? You think you could safely like try to maneuver around him and just kind of like do that weird like ice skating thing? Okay. Give me a athletics check. Oh, this is awesome. So you really try, and instead of like going face first into this full orc, you turn around and he gets the backpack end. Um, so Artie, you just got some like flyingly smacked with the back of a dwarf, and he's matching the description of your vision perfectly. You can certainly try. So like because you're facing away from him, like you're trying to like reach backwards and grab him. Okay. Athletics check with advantage. No, no. You can feel him, but you're not really gripping on. So unless um, Baracus Bone Snapper assists you, you're just kind of flailing around. Artie, you stop spinning, and it's around this time, Cutter. Since you got out of that mist, you're careening. Do you have any means of stopping yourself as you come towards these guys who are in the air? Making me look up spells in the first session. I love you. It it it, all, it only takes an action to cast, so yeah, I have no problem with that. And it lets you go what 300 feet, and you can cast it 500 feet away from you. So yeah, you can do a Doctor Strange where you can portal open a portal where you can just slide through it, and there you go. You're on the ground, looking all cool. With that, give me an Arcana check. Yeah, you're the one casting the spell while things are careening around. Okay, I'm giving it to you. Oh shoot, that's what I forgot to do. Destiny die. All right. Um, shoot, I'm going to burn all my Destiny die so that y'all have it. Um, and I'm just gonna say y'all have one, two, three, four, five. Yep. I'm gonna say y'all have 5 Destiny points starting off. There you go. So I'm burning all my points so that you succeed on this because that's what I want. So you look cool doing this, and you land safely on the ground. And you look up above you, and you see the orc taking evasive maneuvers away from this dwarf. Clicky clacky. Uh, who's flying around. And it's at this time I would like to call in from a much further universe, a universe unfortunately we will probably not see. Um, and she's holding tightly to this axe because the axe is really what's being drawn, not really her. And she is flying. It is and flying so fast. She's actually looks like a bright spark of light, um, glowing blue, and she's heading straight towards. the orc. Orc, with your passive perception and just your basic martial instincts, you feel like there's a missile headed straight towards you. What do you do? It is not magic missile, so you have time to react.
Rah!
Okay. With that, so Nagnash is right on board with you. He don't want to get hit. So with that, I'm just looking for an athletics check. It really is gonna be on him, but I'm letting him use your athletics. Nice. All right. So you barely make it. Where this little fairy barbarian just flies right from under you, and Nagnash, and hits straight into the dwarf's stomach. I'm sorry, Arty. You were kind of blindsided because you didn't see it coming. You're on the other side. Do you have to make a Constitution saving throw to stay flying?
No.
Nice. I'm very happy about that. I was worried. He's seeking Pixinos. Oh man. So yeah, now the dwarf has a pixie, and for Baracus, the pieces are all falling into place. There's still one puzzle piece or pawn missing from your set, but at least you confirm that there are two, maybe three, of the people you are supposed to be here with. And it is at this time with every single one of y'all's passive perception sees this. That giant beast. Let me see if I can get a good picture of it. Y'all heard of the beast?
Arty takes 2 thumbs and points at himself. I would assume Arty has not.
I almost want to drop the trash on her. It's not even close to the same thing.
Tis indeed a campaign.
And of course, my
Hi, Sunset.
Hey, Arty feels like he's not going to crash
people?
as long as he's holding on to Grumsh over here.
I appreciate that.
We didn't have time to really troubleshoot.
So I'll just describe him. Actually, Arty, would you like to describe him?
Describe whom?
The beast. If you don't have inspiration, I'll give it to you for doing.
Throughout the Barak Empire, there are whispers. Be them whispers, for if the clergy hear these whispers, you would be thrown into the dungeons for them and interrogated for the information you know of this. The beast has a touch that poisons the land around it. Not just the land, but the beasts. Horrible, horrible things comes out where the beasts march across the lands of Vestoria. Be careful. Nighttime is when the beast finds its most active hunting grounds.
So for all of you, including Baracus, when you look upon this creature, all you feel is a sense of death and destruction. This is not a being that can be fought and destroyed. It is the very essence of what it means to die. And with this, Balance looks towards your direction, and he says, "Find the missing one and flee. I need my counterbalance." And this beast charges towards you. What does the party do?
Is there anything else around us to like fly to, or is it just like the beast, us, and
Yeah. So as he says this, and the beast starts straining towards you, you notice that the worlds aren't done merging. There are still worlds colliding and careening, but they're just flowing through you. It's a weird sensation. If any of y'all have dealt with ghosts, it's almost the same feeling. In that you can go through it, but it's not completely something that you are untouched by. In some instances, you feel like you've gone through a dry desert and you're parched. In others, you feel like you'll never be happy again. In others, you feel like everything and anything is possible. You just only need to go for it. But at the end of this, these worlds are merging and the landscape is changing around you, such that it feels like there's a valley in only one direction you can go. You can fly in any direction, and you could run in any direction. There's a clear direction where there is a bad thing that's going to do bad things to you, and none of you feel like you are up to the task. In fact, when you look back, you see that there is a very strong-looking barbarian creature that makes an attempt to hold it off while you look and deliberate what's going on. And this beast of a human, as he's fighting it, Balance looks down and says to him, "You have been very strong. You are out of balance. Your physical capabilities. That's been too long this way." And reaches out to the creature. And after touching the creature, the beast exudes this power, and you can actually see it. It manifests as it's touching this barbarian. And the muscles deflate, and he becomes more feeble and weak. Another barbarian comes in and grabs him, trying to assist, but is only able to keep the beast off for so long.
Me think we've seen enough of this. Me look to the pawns. Me say, grab me hand if you want to live. And I reach out to them and try make getaway. Rumsh would not find this very courageous, but it's important to regroup. Strategic.
courage usually dies. Let's live to fight another day.
Yes, yeah. Discretion is better part of valor. Me think me read that somewhere in Grumman textbook.
So with that, we have a fairy who can fly, and there's one flightless character on the scene. Do you take the orc's hand?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I clasp my forearm and hand towards the creature, grasping him as hard as me can by the arm, so as to hold on, but not so much crush.
Shoot, give me an athletics check. just in case. Actually, no. Strength saving throw.
It should be good. One moment.
So, with that, Cutter, your arm, like not just your hand, like he grabbed your entire arm, forearm included, and he just kind of crushed your thumb. And you're feeling it, but you know what? Freaking grabbed onto you, and you are off flying as you're trying to find your way onto the saddle. You do take a couple hit points worth of damage.
As I see, do I see this person start grabbing onto the saddle?
Yes.
I reach over and go, Arty, it looks like we're both writing this. Hi, what are we writing on?
This is Nagnash. Nagnash friend to me. Nagnash
We're-
not you friend.
We're writing a Nagnash. Apparently the hostile. The bug's
Nagnash
been
not
finding me.
hostile. Nagnash not hostile, just fiercely loyal. No touch.
As y'all are having such witty banter, this giant beast of death and destruction keeps following y'all. And one of the things you notice, it doesn't really matter which direction you fly towards. The landscape is drawing you towards this one singular location. There's a city off, long in the distance, maybe 2, maybe 3 days flight from where you're at, settled in on the water. For all of you, the location you were at before in your home worlds, this is not a location you recognize. It is definitely not anything that is on the Sword Coast. You can see the disgusting waters even this far out at the height you are at. It looks tainted. But it seems that you are being guided in this direction. So with that, you do travel and you're able to keep ahead of the beast. And night begins to fall. What is the party's plans?
Have any of you done this before? I haven't seen that thing. I haven't flown on this thing. This thing doesn't. All of this screams. We need to find a lot of information.
Yeah, I would agree. I have no idea where I am at all. My axe just started flying, and I was holding on to it because what else are you supposed to do with your axe? And now I'm here.
That's here.
Me am Baracus, Bone Snapper, pleasure to meet. However, me not know where we are. Me know Silver Marches, Spine of World. Me of Many Arrows tribe, Spine of World, pleasure to meet. But me know world me was in, and Nishrek, land of gods. For Orc, but this not look like Nishrek.
Hi, I'm Nixie. I like honey. Yeah, I was from a book, and then I was in this weird world with lots of towers. There's no towers here, so I'm pretty sure we're somewhere else now. Did you guys come from a book?
No, me just said, me Baracus Bone Snapper of Spine of World, Silver Marches. Try stay with me.
Is that a book though?
Not a me not read.
This is the
Me-
longest book title I have ever read.
Me not part of book. Me am Orc. Me am very important to my people. Me, you not heard of Baracus Bone Snapper? This is unacceptable on so many level.
I have heard of plenty of orcs who bone snap. I have not heard of the Orcus Bone Snapper.
This is very frustrating. When we will spend time, me regale you with tale of exploits. However, it important since night is falling, we find safe shelter. Water here look tainted, not good for drinking. Nagnash may become hungry, lots of flying. Stay away from Nagnash.
Should
Okay, I
we
don't want to
find
be eaten
civilization,
again.
or should we camp out?
How far away is civilization? I don't see any. We should probably camp.
Well, we have that thing chasing us. So civilization might not be good. Unless you want them to die. In which case, yeah, it would be good.
Is Beast still within sight chasing? Have we broken free of its gaze?
So you have gained distance away from it, but you can still see it, and it is still kind of beelining it towards you.
This is most unsettling. I do not believe it is time to break camp.
That's fine. Do you think we can hide in the trees? Think we can hide from the thing, or do we just keep running?
It seems to fly after us. Perhaps we take lower profile on ground. Try to hide in tainted lands. Whatever there, less scary, me assume.
I'm good with that.
I can help with hiding.
Good at hiding.
Really wish there was one character here who's not, but okay.
He just logged on.
Actually, oh, he did. Nice.
Well, at least roll 20.
So-
Me speak to Nagnash and say, perhaps we take maneuvers to ground.
Arty and Cutter, both of y'all spot a pretty nicely hidden campsite. It's not very well protected aside from the trees, but it's an open clearing, and should you hear the beast come within distance, you realize that you can hear him far enough off that you have time to mount up and head on. But you can at least rest, the griffin can breathe a little, and y'all can kind of focus on what y'all need to get done. But it is a safer clearing than you could hope to look for. That's it, not a cave.
Works for me.
But no, the DM's giving a good place to hide.
I find your terms acceptable. We make line for it. If Nagnash find this acceptable.
Nagnash does, and Nagnash actually picks up speed as he approaches it. You are familiar with this peculiar trait of Nagnash. He has the inkling that there is a horse nearby.
Oh, fantastic. I saved money today.
So as y'all descend upon it, Nagnash it goes mostly for the clearing, and then just drops down through the brush towards the horse, and it is there. However, it's not actually a living horse. It is a stone horse.
You play games with Nagnash. Stone? Horse of stone? As in carved?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, this is not a strong suit of mine.
I know that's
One moment as me investigate.
As he asks that, I take a look at the stone horse, being dwarven and all.
You can give me an investigation check and advantage, and it also blows my mind what you're. Yeah. Give me another one, just in case. Just in case it's higher. Okay, there we go. So, Brock, I mean, it's horse shape. This is definitely a horse, and this is definitely rock. That's what it is. For Arty, you're looking at this thing. It is beyond intricate. Whoever carved this, it was a master. They were able to not just like draw the muscles or carve the muscles as it should be done, but even the veins are actually in the right location. You are in awe of what this is, and as you are in awe, and you've kind of had some experience with this, you're thinking, "Huh, it almost looks like it was a real horse at one point."
So, one of two things are happening here. Either somebody likes to build random, really pretty statues in the middle of fucking nowhere, or this thing was alive at one time.
That preposterous! It made of stone! You are so stupid.
Fair observation. Currently stone, once not stone.
This also preposterous. Me am made of meat flesh, and that made of stone. Me've never seen stone move. Look, me tap it. Not move.
Something tells me if we stick around, we'll see what made this happen.
I ran into stuff like that in Borderlands. It's not fun to mess with creatures that can turn other creatures to stone.
It's at this point that you do hear this weird noise, and I think for all of y'all, this would be unfamiliar. It's like one of you thinks it sounds more like a lizard, the other one thinks it sounds more like a bird, and the other one thinks it sounds more like a bat.
At that point, I look at Arturo, and I nod, and he covers Arty, and his fists get real big, and I look at everybody else. Do y'all ready? I don't know what we're about to do here.
I'm ready.
Yep, ready. Also spells. Spells can make things stone too.
Witchcraft. Me find witch. Me crush witch.
Awesome. I'm so happy y'all are ready for this, and I'm so sorry for what's about to happen. As it's making that noise, you just hear it stop suddenly. And kind of as it trails off into a higher pitch. And all of y'all are familiar with this sound. It's dead.
That makes a sound? I'm confused.
Its head was cut off while it was yelling.
Oh. Rah! Gurgle. Gotcha.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. How dark is it outside?
It is dusk. So where y'all at, right under the trees, it is fairly dark. In that opening clearing, that clearing still has enough light. This has clearly been used for camping before. There's an area for y'all to set up in. And if there are any other intelligent humanoids around, they're probably going to make their way towards that, is what you would suspect.
I'm gonna sit and wait and watch.
So that's what Cutter's doing. What's the rest of the party doing?
So we're in a clearing.
You right now, because of the direction that Nagnash beelined for, you're actually under the brush, and you actually have pretty decent cover away from the clearing, but you can see the clearing.
Okay. I'm going to make myself really, really small and start like scouting the tree lines to see if anything is going to break the tree line.
Okay, so you're in wait, looking for the tree line stuff. So that's what you are doing. Bone Snapper, what is your take?
Currently, we have advantage of cover. Something was making noise, now dead. It unclear what threat is. Maybe lie low to assess situation most wise.
And Nixie, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna lying here, with my axe, ready to hit something. If it moves, I'm gonna hit stuff. Yep. Yeah.
I'll join this party.
So as y'all are doing that, you do see a man with an axe appear. The clothing he's wearing, you've seen leather clothing before. His particular attire is a little bit unusual to anything y'all are actually familiar with. And as he comes out, he's holding this weird lizardish, birdish creature in one arm, and slops it on to the middle of that clearing, and he looks out around, and then looks back at the forest, and he waves his hand, beckoning someone to come, and you actually see a young girl and a probably like a teenage boy, 15, 16 years old is your guess. They are humans, and he starts making a fire.
They have slayed beast. Make camp. Well, perhaps we can parlay. Also make camp. Stronger in numbers. They join my pawns. Yes, many pawns.
Do you approach them? Does anyone else in the party have any desires they wish to express?
Arty stays low.
Yep.
As diplomatic envoy, me and Nagnash burst forth from bushes and say, "Hello, greetings, good friends, salutations and whatnot. Me, Baracus Bone Snapper. Is it all right if we warm ourselves by your fire? You seem quite capable of handling yourself with whatever that was that you killed. We feel safe camping with you. Yes."
So he stands up. He's holding his axe, but he does not draw it on you. He listens to each one of your words carefully. With that, he hears the words you say, and he looks you up and down, and looks back at the two who are in his charge. And you're well spoken. You're not half orc. You're more, but you're different. Are you like this creature from somewhere else?
Yes, you observant. Me from elsewhere, not half orc, full-blooded Eye of Grumsh, and proud of it.
I have Grumpy cocks his head. You're from an eye? Are you from the others?
From others, me not understand meaning, but me not from physical eye, more familial relationship to that of my god, Grumsh. You have not heard of Grumsh.
A god. Anyone who could make jokes like that, please join our fire.
Yes, joke. And I try to intuit his meaning. Can I try to interpret that using a? Let's see, what's the rule again?
Yes. No, you're good. Your take on what he meant by that is he doesn't seem to have any observance of the gods, and from a Faerun standpoint, that is extremely absurd. That someone would not believe in the gods.
Me, I'm confused. He seems sincere not to understand God. I find this troubling, but the fire is inviting. I will approach.
And you use as he's got the fire going, he's got this, and you recognize it now. It's a cockatrice.
Ah!
It's a being from your world. And he's observing it, and he actually starts poking at the eyes. And he grabs them and he squeezes the eyeballs into this vial. And he sprinkles in some other material, swirling it around, and you see it change. And he hoppers it.
Interesting. Eyes of angry chicken make you upset. You put them in a vial to taunt them. Yes.
No, I'm salvaging what I can find from this beast. I notice it can turn living beings into stone. This is an antidote.
Oh, so you can turn stone horse into tasty treat for Nagnash.
If there was a horse turned to stone, it can be turned back to a horse. And if you enjoy horse flesh, I mean, it is a very rare treat, and I understand. I don't know this Nagnash.
And I, we point to Nagnash, my griffin mount, and I say, Nagnash, very hungry, much flying. It best to feed Nagnash when Nagnash hungry, or else Nagnash may find other suitable meal.
He holds the vial in one hand and grabs the axe in another. And he looks for an alternative. And it seems he understands his position. And he gives you the vial.
What me do with it now?
Pour it on the creature you wish to revive.
Okay.
Depending on their state, they may not be alive or whole.
I look to Nagnash and I go, if this one fall down, still okay, or would you rather me hand back to Man by Fire? And I kind of like jiggle it like I'm going to pour, and I kind of look to Nagnash for approval or disapproval.
Nagnash basically understood that is food, yes.
Okay. Me pour on Stone Horse.
Yeah, what you doing?
Me am bringing horse back to life. For our time.
Oh.
I'll join the guy at the campfire and ask him how he made that thing.
Alright, so you're coming out of the woodworks as well?
Yep.
Okay.
I see the exchanges start to come out as well.
I was waiting by the horse. When he came back to the horse, there I was.
No, this is working out pretty nice. So as yes, you'll come out, and you just go straight into asking questions. Got it?
No, I'm just gonna walk up to the. Whoa, that's spooky.
So this is the beast.
Oh, lovely.
Spooky.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna walk up to the fire and be like, I see you met my friend. And
yes.
his friend.
Is there any more of you hiding out there?
There's a small flying thing with axe and a unkempt dwarf with stuff and beard.
Nope, still here.
Goes small. Ah! There he is.
What are all those things you have? Wait a sec. What's that wooden stick you're carrying with you?
Does How does he say wooden stick?
Just like wooden stick. I'm assuming that's like on like out like very easily it's reachable for you.
Yeah, it's put off to the side. And he looks and goes, "What are my tools? Plenty of tools for my trade. The name's Arty. Arturo right here."
Seeing the amorphous blob, they all kind of take a step back. We have nothing else to offer. I'll give you all the knowledge I have. Just leave us alone.
How'd you make that the potion?
They like harvested parts from the animal. It's salvaging. It's
Right. What else you put in?
what's required. It's fairly intuitive.
And what was it? Sorry, just curious.
It turns them to stone. When you want to get rid of something stone, what do? You make it wet. So obviously you squeeze the eyes, the mechanism which destroyed the creature, add some water and some lubricant. I just used pure water as best as I could to still it, and that was it.
Okay, just wanted to see if it was different in your world.
World, what are you talking about? I mean, other worlds are coming here.
Stay on the Earled Way.
I do have one question. Where are you? Where is this? This being tentative, locale, city, state, year might be nice.
Yeah, I think like a sorcerer or a wizard or something like pulled a prank on us, cause like I was pulled through a portal by my axe, and we don't know where we are.
We're north of the city of Leipzig, but I wouldn't recommend going there. It's under
Where's that?
quarantine right now.
Quarantine from what? Or of what?
Definitely not in Corvair anymore.
Well, unless you're one of the, well, if you want to go to that city, you'll find out on your own. If you like plague, you like disease, Leipzig's your place. If you want to find destruction and mayhem and family feuds gone wrong, by all means, we're escaping as fast as we can.
Well, we're trying to escape from that thing. It's real big. It's pretty skeletal and creepy.
You really are from another world. You're not being specific at all.
It's about the size of taller than these trees.
The beast? Ha! It's a myth.
No, definitely not myth.
No myth.
Thought with
It
me on
could be
ice.
this.
It's just back that way, about a day's flight.
Huh. In that case, you might as well go to Leipzig. That means that the end of times is near. We're all doomed anyways. He actually becomes very relaxed after hearing this. He reaches into his inside breast pocket and pulls out a flask and begins to drink. And he actually shares it, offers it up to anyone who wants to drink with him.
Is it mead?
Mead? No. Nothing made so sweet.
No, thank you.
When you say Quaranidine, what mean this?
Me?
No one's allowed to get out. You're gladly allowed to go in. Champions of filth do it all the time.
You say champion of filth, you mean worshippers of Vtuber, god of disease and decay and death. Yes. Be familiar with Orcish Pantheon.
Is that a new archdemon I'm unfamiliar with?
You have not heard of Vtuber? Vtuber is most scary Orcish god, aside from Grumsh, of course. But the unspoken pale hands of Vtuber, very, very bad. Only only weakest members of tribe openly worship Yurthris. Decay and death, not exactly great selling points amongst tribesmen, but their uses are to be found.
He takes another long swig and then looks at you and says, "My friend, all the orcs are dead. They're gods as well. All the gods are dead. All there's left is the beast in the end."
And at that, Baracus simply opens his jaw and then closes it again after raising a finger, utterly confused.
I look over at Grumsh and go, "So this is where you take us to the end of the world? Could you store like a little more left might have been helpful. There was a couple other choices I thought."
Me absolutely positive Grumsh not dead. Me would know. Me powers derived from Grumsh. Me not regrow eye. me still feel power. Me pretty sure.
And you do. You try to commune with your god, and you feel his presence there as surely as it ever has been. This person, there's something not jiving with what he's saying and what you're still feeling. But that place he mentioned, and that y'all saw, that you feel guided towards, is still a few days away, and the world did look like it changed on its way there. Now, if it's all right with you, I do still want to leave and maybe show my young ones some of the world's more enjoyable features before we're all destroyed and doomed. But for that, maybe a good night's rest. Please share a fire.
Young
I have
ones,
some
there are
rations I
children
can
here.
share as well. What was that, Nixie?
Young ones, there are children here.
There's a young girl and a teenage boy. They have been quiet, and their father has actually placed himself in front of them and protecting them. But the boy looks very interested and looks at all of y'all curiously. The girl is holding tightly to her brother.
Pick up.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I pick up a nearby stick, and I use my magical tinkering, and then I wave it back and forth. And when you wave it back and forth, it makes the sound of swords clanking together. And then I offer it up to the little boy. I go, "Imagination's fun, but the real noise is better."
So you're offering him a magic item, correct?
Correct.
He is terrified of you, and then looks at horror. And you can see, like, at first he is kind of interested in it, and then the shock of what just happened and how flagrantly it was presented to him terrifies him. He looks at his father as if, like, I don't know what to do. I've never been in this situation before. And the dad looks at you. Are you even registered to cast magic? Where's your license?
Unionized and everything. Back where I'm from, I'm sensing some hostilities here. Registered with who, might I ask?
You jerk, I forgot the name. What's the university's name? Do you know it off the top of your head?
Not the university. There was the Inquisition that was roaming about with it. I don't remember their full name. Was it the Watch? No.
No.
What world are we in?
Etheris, the Great
Barak.
Hollow.
Okay. No, I don't.
Yeah,
I can't remember off the top of my head.
He mentions a university that you're completely unfamiliar with.
Where are they? And how does one register?
You graduate from their university. There's an alternative, but I don't trust the others.
I look around to the others and ixnay on the magic A, it seem A.
Yeah, you're definitely picking up the vibe that magic in this world are not friendly. It is definitely looked down upon and highly regulated.
So, did Stone Pony become Pony again?
So Pony became Pony again, and Nagnash is freaking tearing it up.
Oh, didn't even get that far. Me was gonna give it a 1, 2, 3 chase, but apparently, that was sufficient. So, okay, cool. Nagnash having good meal.
Oh yeah, because he already dropped on it. He earned it. He like Nagnash is pretty sure he turned it to stone. And he was just too hard on it.
Nice. Well done, Nagnash. Me would give it pat, but it's eating and not very safe for fingers.
Nice. Turns back to 11. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot! I have two options to bring Lomar in. Lomar, are you on? Are you in the audio?
He's all good to go.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry. I was didn't.
Okay. I'm going to whisper you something, and you tell me option A or option B.
Will do.
I'm allowed to sing this. That might be TOS. Not just me singing.
Yeah. So the beast is still far enough away that it's not a concern. You actually think you could probably get 6 to 8 hours of sleep comfortably before you actually have to get going. So you could get a full night's rest. If you trust sleeping with this guy with an axe and his 2 kids. And you believe, like, even if you were to sleep, he probably wouldn't be able to kill you. Awesome. All right, and with that, there's no other humanoids that are turned to stone that y'all can undo. Does the party rest for the night?
Yeah, I'll rest away from
Yeah.
sure, but yeah.
I'll stay with the numbers.
All right, Cutter, you are able to heal up for all of your health if you want to. Actually, no, you heal up. It is not yet time for y'all to be completely screwed over by all the rules. That'll happen this night. So, you're able to depart the next night. If y'all decide to stand watch, none of y'all's watches are significant except for the last watch. Right before dawn, the man wakes up his 2 children and they begin to depart. They don't try to hide it, but they're clearly not going the same direction as you.
Be careful. The beast is out there.
The end is nigh. And he says this in a very, like, ritualistic manner. Like, you almost think it's like a point-counterpoint phrase that's used amongst them.
Not if we have anything to say about it. I'm assuming. Does anybody else get that vibe from the conversation earlier? Just saying.
Alright. How's the party wish to progress? Are y'all flying off again, or are y'all taking a more land route? You do hear the beast, and the beast is ever approaching.
So we felt pulled to a certain direction or location.
You felt that it didn't really matter what, like, even if you try to avoid going that direction, the world actually skewed itself that it was ever in front of you. So if you were
I mean-
trying to go south, it bent south.
I meant in the world, there was a place like when we got there that we felt like, hey, we like a pull towards it, or we just like were in the world and there was no general pull. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So that's why you feel pulled to it. It doesn't really matter what direction you're going or how fast you go. Like that's the destination, whether you want it to be or not.
Okay, let's go. We don't really have a choice of which way. Let's try to go the opposite way and see what happens.
Me had vision of another pawn me supposed to find. And Grump said this important. What he look like again?
Bluish, just a blue, baldish looking humanoid. Like maybe if you paint the one of them blue, they can count for two, but probably not. That's probably not it.
Me ask if before man leave. You know where me can find blue people?
No blue people where I'm from. Good luck,
Damn.
Orc. Kids,
Damn,
remember I told you I'd show you the most amazing things in the world? The last living orc.
Gave it my best shot. Asked if they knew where blue people were. I guess that's it. All the blue people died too.
There is one caveat to what I said. If y'all do try flying straight towards the beast, you get to go straight towards the beast. That's the only other direction y'all have. Towards him or towards the city.
That's a negative.
Negative Ghost Rider. I'm going towards the city.
You see Baracus grow a little uncomfortable. Plague generally inadvisable. We take precautions.
I can help make precautions.
You herbalist?
Specialist, just as good.
Yeah.
What
Disease.
that mean?
I can make sure our food and drink is not poisoned.
No, it's
Clear.
good. It's good. So you like food taster? If something gone bad, you die instead. This good. Me find this preferable.
Not like that, but we'll figure out the details later. Don't worry about it. I can help with that. So to the city.
Are y'all flying or on ground?
It seemed like beast come for us regardless. Nagnash can fly, but Nagnash not like flying long distance and get hungry. Also not carry all of you. Nagnash not like being ridden by many riders.
As you say that, you look around and you notice that the berry has wings, and the dwarf can fly on his own. It's really just this weird human. And you look at him and you're not really sure. Are his ears? They're not pointy. They're definitely not pointy. There's no way those ears are pointy. Cutter, are those ears pointy?
No. I've also got a cloak over my head, so.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not pointy ears.
I can carry him if you need to. If the griffin isn't strong enough. I can carry him.
I can walk. I go fast in woods.
Not so much matter of Griffin not strong enough. More so Griffin probably eat.
Yeah, understood.
There's an old saying my people say. I'm great at sprints, but long distances, I'm fucked.
You have inspiration already?
No.
No, you do now, and I hate you because I give it to you for that.
Baracus points at the winged boots and says, "So, So the boots have wing. You put did, and he looks at points at the horse that was stone. Goes. So wait, you take the skin of beast, but the wings still work, or you make shoe out of. And then he points at the pixie. You might take 2 of those and turn into shoes, or how that work?
Uh, much more intricate than that. You see, the wings themselves are actually made from a fiber, and there's actually small runes etched inside of each one of the wings on the inside that helps give it its lift. And then you have to do it on each. It's really tedious for each one of the wings, but then you really just kind of smack the wings in there and make sure they're sturdy enough, and whoop, you're off.
Do wings get tired like Nagnash?
After about 4 hours, yeah, I mean, look at these things. They're a little bit bigger than bee wings, and I'm a bit more than a bee.
Maybe next time you not use pixies for shoes.
Maybe next time you learn to fly on your own.
I agree. No pixies for shoes.
The orc and the fairy team up against you. I'm loving this. You guys are awesome. So with that, y'all are making your way towards the city as best as y'all can, correct?
Yippers.
Off we go.
Okay. So you're going as fast as you can. Y'all all are able to make a few stops along the way. Cutter's and Arty's passive survival checks are good enough to where y'all are able to spot what looks like clean water, and Arty's able to double tap it and purify it just in case, if he so chooses. If not, doesn't matter. Does Arty double tap it just in case?
If Artie's senses don't immediately go, then he can, or unless anybody else says they feel that the water needs another look.
Okay. Again, your passive survivals are like, yeah, I mean, as long as you're not completely anemic, you'll be able to handle this. It's not maybe not the purest of waters, but as long as you have a good constitution, fine.
I can live through it. The pixie might have some problems, but if not, apparently the orc thinks you'll make a great pair of boots. Not my idea.
Good. I've got my honey.
Is that all you need?
So you see the pixie pull out a gourd, and it's just flowing honey. It kind of looks magical, but a little off, like clogged up.
You drink water.
You drink water.
Are you asking me if I drink water?
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, you're telling me I drink water.
So y'all are able to survive. There was not another wild horse or broken horse for y'all to feed on, but there was a deer for the griffin to snatch up, and y'all do have to take a little bit of a break for the griffin to eat.
Okay. Deer usable, but not horse, but maybe in town. Many horses, maybe we see.
I wonder if the horses are sick.
So with that, I'm gonna drop y'all characters here. What y'all see, and this is not where y'all's characters are actually at. This is just so y'all can see the map. So
It's black.
I haven't chalked out yet.
Okay.
And of course, Arty broke my everything.
Listen, if you can't break it, then you can't fix it. If you can't fix it, you can't make coin.
Yeah, so please don't yet move. I gotta refresh too.
Ooh, the fire moves.
Yeah, it's all super dark.
So just make sure I got orc. Nagash. Natural. Fairy. Is Arty on there? Am I not seeing him? But he's there. There we go. Arty.
I am now.
Good. Can everyone see?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Oh, that's right, because I didn't give your character any kind of sight.
I got, I think, 120 foot night vision. Dark vision.
Welcome to session 1, everyone, where there's lots of debugging.
Hello.
I do appreciate y'all tolerating the railroadiness of this first session. I forgoed having a disciple of balance follow y'all and give y'all exposition bounds. So I hope y'all appreciate that at least.
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to make sure that was set up. And so, after your travels and it begins to get dark, you're looking for a place to stay, and y'all all with y'all's passive perception are able to see this nicely lit up little, like, not village or town, but the little settlement looking thing here. It's got about three small buildings, one medium sized and one huge building. You do see some people. You see some wearing brownish robes, and you see some pretty self-important looking guys wearing white robes. They don't look very they don't look like they're on edge. They're not going to attack on first sight. But they do look kind of I don't want to say culty, but they kind of look culty. So yeah, y'all see this village, and as y'all approach it, you actually see. Let me double check and make sure Barack is close to this path. Yeah, with your passive perception, you see. You're pretty sure there was a blue person being taken into this building.
Everything's still black.
Everything's still black for you.
You're
You might need to refresh.
okay. I'll do that.
I need to get that vision.
It works now.
Refreshing
Nope,
work.
I can see.
Toza.
Yep, we good.
Awesome. So with that, Bone Snapper, you see a potential blue person in this village. Or I'm going to say village from now on because I'm going to keep on making up new names if I don't. Stick with one. So how does the party want to approach this? Y'all don't have to come from this direction. I just put y'all here so you can kind of see the layout.
Me see blue person from dreams. Me am drawn to them. Not in a weird way, but just me want to talk and ensure that they come with me.
Where'd you see him?
Me see blue person. Other guys say no blue people. That person blue. Definitively, that person me after.
And you saw him in vision, yes.
Yes, Grumps give me many visions. what we lose in one eye, we gain in other abilities.
Okay. I can go find him. And then I will try and slip through between campfires through the shadows.
So
Towards the direction Mr. Grumsh points.
So you're gonna sneaky all the way over there, or I see Baraka's walking right.
I'm gonna try to sneaky.
Okay. Give me your stealth checks. Your passives works with most of these guys, but not all of them. And as y'all get here, there's these guys sitting down at the fire, and they look at y'all. And they just you're not from the village. Are you here to volunteer or join our ranks?
No, we're just traveling, and we're looking for a blue person. Do you know where a blue person is?
Oh yes, the blue one. He volunteered himself. He is to make a great sacrifice.
Oh no, he can't sacrifice. We need him. Don't we need him? You saw him, right?
It depends on nature of sacrifice. If eye is to be taken, perfectly acceptable sacrifice. However, I will need the blue one alive.
Oh, we are hoping to summon the Celestials and Infernals, but he is so rare, and none of the other willing have produced any significance.
What if I could tell you that we are powerful magicians and we want to make sure we take him?
Oh, we're doing this the hard way? Yeah, let's go.
Is it okay if we
No.
check to see if blue one is the right blue one? Seemed like such a shame to get into an argument over a blue person. Might just be mistaken identity. Me only got one good eye after all. Could be a mistake.
But you were so sure a second ago.
Yeah, roll this. Go for it. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Oh, snap.
I'm
I forgot
happy
to
about
click
it.
on myself.
I love advantage.
Oh,
What do? Yay.
I forgot to click on myself. If you look in Beyond,
Yeah, I
you'll
forgot to
see
click
my
mine too.
actual roll.
I got a 21. Right?
I got a 12.
There it goes.
Me have phenomenal initiative.
I got 25 if you want to change
You
it.
do.
If not, I'll take the 18.
What is Nagnash doing right now? Is he did he find one of the horses that were tethered off of one of the carts and he's just going to town right now? Or
I mean, that really up to Nagnash. Me have not given Nagnash explicit instructions. But so if Nagnash want to do what a Nagnash want to do, that it's acceptable.
okay. As y'all are drawing your weapons for battle, you hear the very distinct and familiar sound to you, Baracus, of a horse dying.
Fantastic! We have a distraction.
Actually, you do. Good luck, Nagnash. With that, dang, on the top of an ish. Cutter, draw first blood.
It's these three guys, right? Yo.
As far as you know.
And they look like they're drawing blades and about to gut the pixie, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Had to draw like that.
There's my first 3. Only the first sneak attack goes through.
Yeah, so you drop him on the first one.
Oh, okay. So,
You just like you go for like the killing blow on this guy, and you just cleave through him. Like you like these guys are almost paper mache to you.
okay, then I'll just move from the next to the next, and if they're that easy to kill and all three of them hit, let's just assume that I killed them because I got like 4 more things to roll.
Yeah, you killed all 3 of them.
Okay.
Okay, yep. Then so, anything left to do for you?
Whoops, didn't do that. I will be hiding in shadows after doing that. Wherever that may be. This looks good over here.
Wherever there's an actual shadow, that is a shadow.
Ooh, sweet.
Yep.
Oh, great. Another shadow guy.
Yeah, I mean that's if he lasts. So, are you hiding there, or are you just there?
I'm hiding there, but yeah.
Yeah, so she wasn't able to see you. So she's gonna look at Bone Snapper because he looks like the most intimidating person, and she was looking the other way when she heard all those guys die. And she thinks it was Bone Snapper, even though there's no blood. She doesn't know how this happened. Prophecy of Doom. Please give me a wisdom saving throw, Mr. Baracus Bone Snapper. The Eldritch Priest chooses a point she can see within 120 feet. She chooses you. Actually, so this would include the fairy. Fairy, please give me your wisdom saving throw as well.
I'm not good at these.
Oof.
So, me have ability to re-roll a saving throw that me fail. Me would like to do so.
Yeah, you should. Oh. For that, Mr. Bow Snapper, please roll me a 1d8.
For 1d8 purposes, where me find roll?
Oh, never mind. I got you. So the creature is unsure of itself. It can move or take an action on its turn, but not both, and it can't use reactions.
So this would negate the ability to use a reaction to resist the effect?
Probably should have, but I'm gonna say for this purpose it doesn't matter. But this effect lasts for 1 minute.
Okay, so no spell reaction on this one?
I mean you used it now that you fell, so the next 10 rounds.
Well, that's a separate effect. So that was Indomitable Will. There's mental
Gotcha.
Yeah, mental barrier is a separate thing. If this is a mind effect,
I would say for this round you could attempt it. Thank you for showing that. Well, you got a secondary way to save your own butt from this.
and I don't know that it. Let's see here.
It would give you advantage on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So would I be able to do a secondary roll or no? Because it wasn't clear to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with yes for now, and we'll make another rolling at the end of the session.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and do the final roll here, and we'll see if it makes a difference.
Yeah. It does not.
All right, let's go for it.
All right. Yeah. So you're just unsure of yourself, and you can either move or take an action, and you have no more reactions for the next 10 rounds. Dude,
Okay.
she was freaking brutal. That guy's dead. Barry's turn.
Oh,
Hi. I'm sorry, I skipped Arty. Arty, please go.
Oh, uh-oh. I guess it's go time. And did I see which one tried to do their tomfoolery? That one?
I actually got.
I'm gonna aim at him and do. Sorry.
Awesome. Okay.
So Arty Arturo pops up on his shoulder, and a blast of fire pops out and shoots down at that one.
20 hits.
He tries to hide behind whatever that is. Doesn't quite make it.
Nice. All right. With that, Rockus, you're unsure of yourself. You can move, but you're not really feeling in it to move and strike. There's no one close to you. What do you do?
Since me, I'm sure me go in direction of Nagnash and make sure that suitable meal is protected while eating.
What happened to my target?
With that, you can go that direction or that direction. He's on the other side of this house.
Okay. Me go
I thought
ahead.
it was my turn.
That really screw up the initiative that badly.
Yes.
What'd you roll?
No, you're 12.
Yeah, but I thought Nagnash went first.
No, that was a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I'll go ahead and walk across through the area that was had the fire there. And do I perceive the other individuals as hostile?
So they're all inside of that building, and you can kind of see through the windows, but they're not actually awake.
Oh, okay, great. So I'll just go ahead and walk that perimeter then, get to that 30. And you said it can only be a move or a standard action. Other than that, it's
correct. So you could use your bonus action to double time it.
Oh, okay, yeah. If I can do bonus, then yeah, sure, I'll take that.
Sweet. I trust you can move on your own. I'm going to move to the next person.
Please re-rack the turn order. I got a 12.
There you go.
Thank you. Is it my turn now?
It's your turn now.
Thanks. Okay. I'm gonna fly straight at this lady who just casted stuff at us, and I'm gonna attack her face. Oh, I have to rage. I need to rage first. Yes, rage. Where's rage?
Okay, and I would have had to use the adrenaline rush as a bonus action to get to that distance, correct?
Yeah, bonus action. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll mark those off, and I've got 4 temporary hit points if you want to add those.
Oh, if you're doing that, then you can actually go 90.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood then. I thought
Yeah, bonus action lets you just go double your speed, but that adrenaline rush, I think it lets you basically do that again. It's like cunning dash or something, or
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought there was like you have like ordinarily like 2 main actions and then a bonus. But I was limited to 1 action plus my bonus. So I figured I had to use adrenaline, but
no,
because of the unsure of myself thing.
no, yeah, no. It thankfully did not screw you over on that.
Okay, cool. Then I guess I'll just do the extra move. Then no adrenaline rush just yet.
Okay. So for Nixie, flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your rage ends, and the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for all your enemies. This is terrifying to the people, and they call you names you don't really understand. They're they're insults and derogatory in nature, but you also don't care anymore because you're raging. Please bash them in with your axe as you do.
I will.
19 hits.
Okay, now for bashing. Or slashing. Slashing with axe.
Roll the damage.
Why is that my lot in life? Okay, I attack again.
Yeah, please. That hits.
That is a much better roll.
And this one drops.
I snarl at her. Don't attack me.
She cries out in a loud, high pitch. You get a stirring from this room. And it's at this point, shoot, what's your Lomar? Please feel free to actually I'll wait till the following initiatives to have you roll, and we'll re-rack it then. She dead. Dead. This guy cries out, "Finish the sacrifice! Just let the willing be used." And
Oh, you're willing.
okay, so with that, shoot, push the wrong button. Apologies. So he reaches out and tries to touch you, Nixie. So melee attack spell. Does 20 hit your AC?
Yes, of course it does.
Yeah. You take 19 points of damage.
Okay.
There you go. And that will be his turn. So with that, Lomar, please roll initiative so we can get you in here. I'm gonna roll the rest of these guys. And we'll re-rack.
I didn't go with it.
Oh, did you click on your guy?
No, I didn't. Can you see the 16 though?
Yeah, I can switch to 16 once you're on there. There you go. Make sure I got my cultists on here. All the cultists. Like, this was set up to where y'all could actually have like a lot of RP. Like, you didn't even have to have any kind of combat, but no. Gotta kill the guys who are doing human sacrifice.
We didn't really start combat. They started it. We just implied that we were willing.
Yeah, me.
I was sneaking in her initiative. I don't know what happened.
No,
I-
yeah, it's fine. Oh, I almost made a real big boo-boo. I almost cleared the initiative. Oh, with that, top of the barracks are stirring, where lots of cultists appear to be. Baracus is near the Griffin. They are soon to be one, yet again. And it has been yelled out loud that the willing need to be sacrificed. So that top of initiative, Cutter, you're hiding in the darkness. What are you doing with all that's going around?
That pixie looks scary and like she can handle herself. I'm gonna, let's see, peek in there.
Okay. So for your action, you're going in there. You're just peeking in. What you see is there's this human lady on a sigil and another human lady on a sigil. There's one of these upright-looking guys who looks very full of themselves, and you see some things in cages. A young lady, a deer, a blue-looking man, and another young lady. So that's what you see inside.
Okay, I guess I'll.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, pop. Nicely done.
That, and I get to add that.
29 points of damage in one strike.
Yippers.
Dang. All right. You drop him.
I wanted to do the sacrifice.
He falls down and his blood begins to drip on this sigil. That's what you see. Arty, it is your turn. What are you doing? As your unsuccessful attempt at hiding behind that block. What are you doing?
This one's still standing?
Yes, this one is still standing.
Okay. I yell out, "Hey, little one, watch out!" and do the same thing again.
Nice. Massive loogies. I really do appreciate that you reflavored like almost all of these spells.
17 hit.
17 hits.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage, aye.
And then
Like, can you describe this Arturo's loogie a little bit more?
So every time this happens, anybody that looks sees sees this little blob come up on his shoulder, and he hears "Ah!" and this fire bolt comes out, hurling out of its mouth. But every time you see it his head kind of glows with the red fire, and you can see it. "Ah!" And then it comes up on the other shoulder, and he's just running around. You got him, buddy? Keep him under fire. As Arty's running around the battlefield.
Nice. With that, Baracus, you're still very much unsure of yourself. But your griffin, not your security blanket, your griffin is nearby. You heard about sacrifices and the thrill of battle is nigh. What are you doing?
Do me make another wisdom check now?
I will double check because of how bad it is, but I do not think it is one of those that you get to do it at the end of each turn. Yep, you do. I'm glad I double checked, and I'm glad you asked. you get to try again. Wisdom saving throw, por favor. You make it. You are no longer unsure of yourself, and dadgummit, there's your mighty, ferocious steed, and you're so ready to get back in there.
This is good. I yelled to Nagnash. Nagnash! You got munchies still, or are you ready to fight?
The horse is almost completely devoured, and it roars heartily. It is ready to go to battle.
Okay. I go ahead and mount my steed. I think mounting uses up some of my movement, but I think I'm close enough that shouldn't be an issue. So I'll go ahead and get on my mount.
How's
that going to work for icon purposes?
We can use the griffin. Just because the griffin is large, and so it makes more sense for you to move the griffin around.
Okay. Griffin is on anger autopilot at the moment.
Okay.
Unless I can get it to do something otherwise.
So, you notice as you go up that the roof of the barracks is very poor, and you saw as you were passing by in your unshirt state, there were several cultists in there, and fighting in combat one-on-one mono orc is definitely the way of things, but none of these are even worth your time. And you think with the right amount of pressure and maybe the right amount of destiny points, you could probably just land and collapse that the roof on top of all of those guys.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take the reins, and I'll motion for Nagnash to dive bomb it. And we're going to go ahead and see about collapsing that roof.
So this one, I think a single destiny die to make that roof collapse because it is so rickety, and it's just a matter of y'all applying the right amount of pressure, and your action will be just landing forcefully enough to crush it, but gracefully enough to where you can step right off of it, and it'll crush.
Okay, sounds good to me. Is there anything I have to do special for the Destiny die, or?
Nope. Just let me know that that's what you want to do with it.
Yeah, if anyone else if everyone is okay with that, with me using the community resource.
Okay.
Do it good. I'm always up for it.
I was just here.
Cool. Let's do it.
Awesome. So that 1 point switches over to the DM. So we got 1 DM point right now and 4 party points. So as you, I'm just gonna have your guy right there. You gingerly land on this. Not even gonna make you roll for it because your passive animal handling is enough for it. You get it done, and you just crush, and you actually hear the cries. They're not all outright dead. But they are all outright out of commission for this fight.
Phenomenal. In terms of other threats, what seems to be the battlefront where I'm needed most?
With that, you do see this pious guy. Not the one that made you feel uncomfortable, but he's right next to the corpse of the one that made you feel uncomfortable. They're wearing kind of the same outfit.
Okay, I'm just moving Baracus icon around because otherwise I can't see the rest of the battlefield.
Oh, thank you. I'll try to fix that. But yeah. So please use Baracus until I fix that later.
Okay, sure thing.
All right. With that, anything else for your turn?
Nope. If that's the entirety of the Griffin's 80-foot move, if that used it all up in the dive, then we're good with that. Otherwise, he can reposition to take his position on the battlefront.
Okay. I'll say that y'all are able to get up. I'm in the wrong plane again. Here you go. Right about there. Is that? And with that, them dead. Or decommissioned, dead. Lomar, you heard about this amazing power and knowledge these guys were willing to share with you. You were in the strange place. They had lots of books, and it looked like they were willing to share. And they asked for a volunteer, and such great knowledge would be abounding. And you volunteered. You're not really sure about this whole cage thing, but maybe it's a strange custom. You're fed great food and drink. And like, there's like another lady in the cage. Like, there's a there's a deer in the cage, and you're not really sure what that's up about. But the young lady seems content and fine. But there's lots of sounds of death and destruction on the outside, not conducive for learning. How are you feeling? What are you doing?
All right. So while all this has been going on, which also I do see obviously that someone's killed near me. So I'm kind of a bit put off by that. I'm not really sure writing's happening, but I'm still kind of just writing in my book, taking in notes, waiting on the next step to understand what kind of great things they can let me know about.
Awesome. Okay. With that, Fairy Barbarian. There's still lots of thorns and stuff coming off you, and there's someone still alive next to you. What do you do?
Oh, cool. You didn't get sacrificed yet. Oh, cool. You didn't get sacrificed yet. Forgot to press the button. Okay. Attack!
It hits. And still alive. For now. It hits.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
There's a dice in my way. Hey, not a one.
And he drops.
Yeah, sacrifice!
Oops.
I think we're supposed to avoid the sacrificing.
Anything else? You have movement speed.
Oh, onward! Oh, we're supposed to avoid that? You didn't. You killed 3 of them right out.
Yeah, the ones in circles, those are probably sacrifice.
Okay.
One comes out, sees Arty and Cutter. Cutter is near the ritual, though, and he's going to reach out his finger and point at you. Oops, sorry. Public rule. I need Cutter and Pixie to give me a wisdom saving throw.
You shouldn't stand near people.
You really shouldn't. Don't stand,
Huzzah!
don't stand so. Don't stand so close to
Ooh,
me.
barely.
All right, y'all both make it. 10, 15, 20, 25. Leave. You're not needed here.
We already did the sacrifice. You're good.
Cutter, your turn. You get to respond.
Yeah, there was attacking, we attacked back. You attack me, I attack you. That's how this works.
Yeah, you hit.
And do I add? I can add it. Nope, I can do this one. Where did it go? Oh well. Yeah, not doing it with that, but plus that. Oh, dang it, no. Yeah, I already did it. And green flame blade.
Do you? Okay, there you go. Never mind. I was gonna say, do you want to succeed at a cost, but never mind. He just did. You were 1 point away prior to the green flame.
Yeah, I forgot.
And-
Was looking for it.
So when you say green flame blade, is it actually green?
Yeah. No, the blade of the blade lights up in green flame as I attack, but there's nothing else to hit unless Nixie wants to take some fire damage.
Okay. At this point, it seems like all those willing to be hostile are gone. There are the willing, but that's it. There are no more combatants. So sounds like I can kind of hear someone in the background. Is someone trying to talk? Okay. Let's start with Cutter. You're on scene. What are you doing?
I remember Mr. Bone Snapper mentioning something about a blue guy. So I'm gonna walk up to blue guy engage and go, hello.
You with them?
I think so. Some orc saw you in vision, said you are part of prophecy? I don't know. We got sucked from different worlds, I think. Some gods are alive, some gods are dead. It's confusing, but why are you engaged?
While this is being said, Baracus and Arty, you are able to make it into that building if you so choose.
Okay. Is the entrance wide enough for me to just, roll up with Griffin, or I'm gonna have to dismount before I get
Actually, yes. Like, so you can see that the front facade of it was already busted down. So there's more than enough clearance for you to make a grand entrance.
Okay, and is that just to the south of me there, or just below me where my icon? Okay, gotcha. So I'm just gonna head and swoop in with all of 80 feet of the Griffin, if Griffin is willing, to just kind of swoop into through the entrance of the building, and as close as 80 will get me. If we're able to double move to get us all the way in, then boom, perfect.
Oh yeah, you're right there.
Cool. So I just swoop in on Nagnash and I go, You are Blue One from Dreams. We know that sound weird, but a prophecy from Grumsh. You are meant to come with us. Still your choice, but weird times and all that. But it would be my pleasure to have you as a member of my entourage.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, these guys are taking a bit long on this knowledge they promised. So, do you have knowledge of this world that I can hopefully benefit from?
Of this world? A couple things. So sometimes chickens turn horses into stone, but you can fix that by popping their eyeballs out.
Very fascinating. And Lomar begins scribbling in his notebook.
Before I forget though, it's not just the eyeballs. You gotta do, oh man, what did he say? Water or some kind of lubricant. You gotta make the stone wet. Otherwise, it doesn't. You can't just scrub the eyeballs on it and just to have eyeball chunks all over the horse. So you put it in a vial, and he added the liquid, the water, and the lubricant, and then. And I don't know if he did something. He might have mashed it up first. But anyway, you pour the stuff on the horse, and then your griffin can eat.
That was a bit confusing. I think I understand. So liquid. Okay.
There's some moving parts in between, but that more or less the gist of it.
So it can't be any worse than these guys. So
Are we still in initiative?
No,
me, sorry.
we're not an initiative. Apologies if anyone thought that they were not allowed to jump in on this conversation. Reminder that there are still some. No, not everyone cares about them, but there are some human females, 2 of which are in cages, and 2 of which are standing on clearly defined sigils.
I was checking out the sigils, actually, trying to see if I can
Yeah.
figure out nothing about them.
So give me an Arcana check. This would be going on while Baracus is having this discussion on how to use coppertristic eyeballs.
Oh, and there's a beast. And when someone tells you about the beast, you say, the end is nigh.
I am going to
The end.
use my Flash of Genius and add a D4 to my roll.
Nice. So you actually make the check then. So you're able to find out that there's a profane circle and a sacred circle. I'll give you the profane one first. So profane circle, a complicated set of artistic shapes are inscribed in blood on the floor in a 15-foot diameter area. Characters who succeed on a Arcana check recognize the general arrangement and layout of the shapes as a circle of demon summoning. You're like demon summoning. Yeah, maybe. Like it this makes a little bit of sense. But there's also some like nature magic stuff going on with it. Some druid symbols is what your take on it is. And you're pretty sure like the people who are standing on it are either touched or different. Anyone who voluntarily steps on it, without like doing damage and stuff, they should be hurt. There should be some kind of damage done to them on the profane summoning circle. The other one, so it's got some angelic summoning stuff on it, and there's some, or the body parts and blood would not normally be part of such a ritual. There are some body parts around. This one, where she's at. So those are actually, maybe those are human body parts. Not really sure. Maybe an animal that kind of looks humanesque. Like this is a weird world after all. Yeah, stepping on here, you'd probably get hurt as well, but it'd be radiant damage. So they're trying to summon a demon and an angel. It's a weird thing to do.
Do I feel I could break the sigil if I just like took something and wiped it like with something?
Yeah, you feel like these are very intricate by design, and that any disruption to it would break it. You notice that these are really carved in and embedded, so it would take a little bit of work, but you could pull it off.
I take out my smith tools, hammers. I actually I look at my hands, and instead of just the tip of my hands, a hammer comes out on one side, and I take and I start smashing at the edges of it. And I yell out, or I tell the rest of them, I don't know about those people in there. There might be something different now, but we got to get rid of these damn sigils.
The woman standing on top of it just looks at you in shock and horror, and then runs to the corner and cries.
Blue guy, do you know anything about this? They said that you had volunteered to stand in one, so, did you want to be sacrificed to be an angel or something?
Everything desire to be sacrificed. The aspect is limited just to understand the angelic a bit more, but I'd rather not.
So
Just
you
from
don't
looking
know
at this thing, it looks like you yourself may not come out on the other side of it. So heads up on that.
Art. So this blue guy's still in the cage, by the way. He's locked inside of it.
Oh, I
Same
want to
spot.
break it. Now that I know he doesn't know anything about it and didn't actually want to be sacrificed.
Before I break up the other runes, I actually take out my notebook and try to copy down the runes or the circle I see.
All right. So you're schematicing it out.
Do I hit the cage?
You do hit the cage. Lomar is able to see that this tiny little creature with wings is swinging a pretty large axe, and she just knocked off the lock off of your cage.
Very impressive.
Here we go. Come on out now.
So, right now you have, again, the others still in cages. This woman's weeping in a corner. Arty is defacing this sigil that was beautifully crafted and has potentially human body parts as part of it. So he really is just defacing art at this point. And then there's this lady over here on the other sigil. There are books in chests in this room. This throne looks severely defaced. And there's a statue. Now that things are starting to die down, you're able to see it. This is similar to a statue of a god from any of the worlds y'all have come from. And it was broken down and torn. The face is completely defaced. And you no longer see it, but it is a clear image of a shepherd-esque god with the shepherd crook. And it has been destroyed.
Shepherd. I'm gonna go break some more locks.
Inspiration to Dixie.
Where are the books?
So the books are over here. When you get to them, you try to read them, and let's see. I don't think you have. Let me double check real quick. Do you have all your languages written out?
Yes.
Okay. It is not a language you read or understand for the majority of the books. They look almost radiant in their writing. You have an idea of what they could possibly be, but you're not certain. However, the other book, in clear common, and you even like it. The letters are a little different, but you can clearly make it out. It's called the Mad Treatise.
Ideas of what the book's about?
Yep. So as do you open it up?
Sure, why not?
All right. So you open it up, and you immediately understand that you can use this as an arcane focus. And this has in it spells of conjuration, not of any creatures that you're actually familiar with. It seems particular to this environment. And the requirements for such summonings are somewhat costly. And you can actually see in here where they've done trial and error. And it has written in there, forced sacrifices are less desirable than willing. Maiden and younger more desirable than old and near end of life. Fertility and potential seem to be the key.
They sold me as a native.
There are vast depictions in there. And with this, yeah, bad treatise. No, that is
Thank you.
not how you spell it. Yeah, so in this world, it's spelled this way. In Eberron, it's spelled
That works.
another. And that's actually something I hope we can use. If you use a typo for your world, that is how it's spelled in your world.
Sounds good.
So we can take 5 or let's say 5 minutes for bio break while we go through this, unless anyone really wants to do something with her. Not that doing anything with her is going to cause anything. But it could.
Just copying my sigils down and not too interested in the maidens. They're saved. No, they're cages, right?
No, y'all haven't freed anyone else out of their cage. Not even the deer.
Pixies was busting locks.
Although the griffin's kind of looking at the deer and then up at Bone Snapper and then like down at its stomach, and it's like, yeah, I could.
Just ate a whole horse. Hold your horses.
I'll unlock that one.
She was actually asleep throughout all of this, and she wakes up, and you can tell that she's young, no more than 16, 17 years old, and she says, "Is it my time? Please, am I gonna get the angel?"
Don't know what you're talking about. You were in cage, I unlocked cage. You're welcome.
Oh, yes, it's okay. I know where to go. I saw the others. I'll be successful. And she makes her way towards the sigil. And she stands on it and looks up to the sky, and nothing happens because someone defaced the sigil. Good job, Jerry.
Crush that poor girl's dreams.
Summons angels and or demon and or both. No, not wanting to touch that. Not with a 10-foot pole. Not with a 10-foot nothing.
Especially if you know the angels in this universe.
Listen, I'm not making deals with nothing.
So she stands there and looks up, and nothing happens, and she looks around and she finally sees the dead body, and she but I was gonna be an angel, and she sees the other woman. She runs over and cries, and they just kind of hold each other. They want nothing to do with you.
All I have found out about this universe is I make people cry a lot. That's just the fact here.
Just this universe. Sorry, that was cool.
Okay. Am I done getting everyone out of crates?
Yes, yeah, you can go ahead and bash the rest open. There's one more girl and one deer.
Okay, bashing.
Bash away. Bash away. Real quick, just to save me from looking through all y'all's character sheet, do any of y'all speak or read Celestial?
Good question.
I do not. Before I go.
Okay, awesome.
No.
Yay. Perfect. So Lomar, you
I did.
what? Okay. Um, if you're interested in the books, maybe. Actually, where you're at, there's actually a chest over here.
Really? Where at?
Right, yeah, underneath all those candles, where it is the brightest.
I will inspect said chest for traps because that looks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You inspect it for traps, and there's not any like actual traps. There is, if you opened it carelessly, the hot wax and possibly the candles themselves would fall on you. So you are wise enough and experienced enough to know that doesn't feel good. So you just kind of move those off the side, and it is locked. And you do not have a key. Do you wish to unlock it with your lockpick?
Yippers.
Okay. It's a somewhat complicated locking mechanism. This is an ancient sanctuary and temple where people were willing to worship these deities. But for you, double checking.
It's a plus 13.
Yeah. You realize you're going to have to try a little. So please go ahead and give me that roll. Nice. So because of your experience and you do have time, you're definitely capable of doing it. I'm giving you the 33.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think you have advantage on it. But even if you
I
don't,
don't
I'm giving it to you.
actually, but it's a 23 either way because the rogue thingy.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was a 25. So you're able to get with 33. You got advantage on it just because you're feeling good and feel like someone's being generous today. And you open it up and the following comes out. As soon as I can copy and paste. So there's lots of copper pieces, silver pieces, and gold pieces inside that chest. Not of any mint that you are familiar with. And the gold pieces actually have this very kindly looking face with a shepherd's crook inside of it. On the mint, so you feel like this coin is actually minted in the face of the god who was worshipped here.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket that.
Nice
This
smash
money's-
crates over here.
Always a good thing.
Do you want what?
Can I smash crates over here?
Feel free to smash crates.
How are we gonna keep track of coins from different realms and worlds and stuff in the character sheet?
That's a good question. Right now, gold's gold. How it's minted doesn't really affect a lot of people. The weight might vary, and that might change, but that's going to be pretty common. It is you kind of like grab one of the gold pieces. Like, do you test it and check it to see how close it is to one from your home world?
Yeah.
You find it very hard to feel any differences. The weight is almost exactly the same, and since you're very sensitive to weight differentials, you're actually a pretty good measure for this. These coins are ridged, whereas like your homeworlds is smooth, which it makes you feel like maybe these are more authentic in their value price. But you test it, the quality of gold is on par. It's malleable enough to where you can bend it and move it, but it's got enough firmness to where it can hold its shape pretty well. So you feel like this would be comparable coinage in Eberron.
Goody goody.
Do I have to roll to smash the crates?
No, you do not have to roll to smash these old, broken down crates. Most of them are just crates. It looks like they held clothing at one point in time, but the clothes have long since lost their usefulness. There is some items and some low level armor and gear. Mostly leather armor. Probably not better than anything that anyone's wearing. And Lomar, even though he's probably more focused on his book, and hopefully he can still hear me. There is some starter gear. It looks like for anyone who would be sent out on a quest from such a sanctuary as this. Y'all do see some goblets and what is this? An altar. So this altar, the heavily defaced one. There's a silver ewer on it as well, kind of like a chalice. So there's some chalices and ewers. I've had to look up what an ewer was for this.
Is that how you pronounce it?
EWER.
Okay. I would say ewer.
You would. Oh.
Well, like a you.
I'll grab one or two of the cups and pocket them just for, if you ever got to trade on the fly.
As you pick up one of the cups, you realize that there's a liquid inside of it.
Um, 3 gold pieces to who drinks this?
I'll take
And
a sip.
I hold up the goblet or the cup. I go, you might be able to bathe in it.
I go up and sniff it. Uh-oh.
Shoot. Give me a nature check? Yeah, give me a nature check.
Not perception.
I mean, perception, like you would be able to smell, like what would help you discern what it is. Do you think it's honey?
Ooh!
You think it's
Ooh, yay!
like honey?
This looks good. And I take a sip of it.
This is not honey. This is acid. This is pure acid.
Yucky!
As you ingest it, you take the max damage of 2d6 because you ingested it. It is very yucky, indeed. I felt so horrible for that.
What happened to small winged one?
No, you don't.
I didn't think any. Are you okay? Whoa.
2d6.
I pour the rest of it out after seeing her reaction.
No, yeah, you took max.
Oh. Gold, please.
Roll?
No, gold. I hand over
Oh, cool.
the 3 pieces of gold out of my inventory.
Well earned.
Yes.
Do you like kind of toss the?
No, I don't toss it. I hand it over
She
quite
just handed it back
respectfully.
to you. No. After she drank it, what she do with the goblet?
Oh, he took it and poured it out.
Oh, okay. So you pour it out. Once it's clean, like it's actually a really nice. I'm going back to goblet because screw Uber. Very intricate. Does have the emblem of this deity. You think it's somewhat valuable. So there you go. And it can hold acid. So there you
Gotta be worth something with that kind of resistance.
go. As you were spewing stuff up, Nixie, because you were bashing up the crates, you do notice something shiny coming from underneath all the really crap, worn out clothes.
Ooh, shiny. What is it? What is it?
It is a cloth of gold vestment. Um,
Hmm.
and it has fine embroidery. So it's also cloth of gold, but it kind of embeds itself out of that nice little shepherd's crook.
What's this? Hey, magic item guy, what's this?
How many people look at her when she says that? Arty and
She said
Omar?
magic items. I was taking notes on that item real quick.
I said, hey, magic item guy, what's this?
I look at it. Is it magic? What? I take a look at it.
It is just a cloth of gold vestment that's very nicely made. Nothing magical about it that you can discern.
Oh, it looks like it might maybe make the wearer more intelligent. But I don't know. I don't know this world's magic very well.
Then I should probably go to one of you magic people. I'll give it to the blue guy. Hey, blue guy, look. This thing gives you more intelligence.
Ooh.
Or that's what Arty said. I don't know.
I think he's still away.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, welcome back.
Yeah. Sorry.
Good timing.
Artie is snickering.
Just to see what I can decipher from it.
So you are presented with a cloth of gold vestment and being asked if it's how magical it is.
No. I say it's magic and it gives you more intelligence.
See if I can try and identify.
You feel no more intelligence, but you do feel snazzy. Yes. I will try to make that roll happen next time.
Does
Anything
there
else
seem to
cool
be anything?
around here?
I was asking the same question.
Was there what?
Anything else
Anything
interesting?
else?
Just the ladies standing on the other sigil. You can still hear some wailings of, the guys who weren't killed outright that were just crushed underneath that roof. And it's around this time that you hear the low roar distantly from the beast, just letting you know that his presence is ever there. Yet again, you feel like you can get a full night's rest and then get a slight head start before the beast comes. but you do have some locals here, and now that magic has been cast and in the fight is over, you feel like the atmosphere is different. For those of you who are magic casters and have your rituals and your connections, or you tinker with your tools and use those to connect to this amazing world of the weave, or whatever it's called in your universe, the connection's different. There is definitely some interference. And for the melee people, you're breathing a little bit heavier than before. Baracus, you notice it in Nagnash. Like, Nagnash has always kind of been a glutton, but it doesn't look like he's really wanting to eat the deer out of gluttony. He's trying to replenish his energy. Like, he looks more tired than he should, and you feel more tired than you should.
Acknowledging this issue with the changes in our physiological needs, I acknowledge Nagnash can eat the deer. And also satisfying my own urges, I go ahead and slay the remaining individuals who are injured in the home that was crushed, because I am merciful.
Does anyone else want to check the other buildings with me? You know, just in case there's any other of these, like, sigils anywhere
Yeah.
else. And
Sure,
there's
I'll come.
For you guys, who are you guys? Because I am not sure if I should be following you or doing my own thing. But you got me out of that cage, so I do appreciate that.
Okay.
Well,
We're all
we were
following-
just kind of pulled into this world, not by our own volition, so
You
we
too?
figured we should all stick together since we were all brought here. Probably for a reason.
Which world do you come from?
Not discuss, but I feel like I'm getting a vibe that one of you is from the same place. I'll just say everyone, but I'll leave it at that.
What continent?
I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that. That's where I am from. Don't know about the rest of them. Orcs from different one.
Have you guys been hearing that, like, growling noise has been going on every now and then?
Oh, that's just death. It's coming for us, and it's coming pretty hard.
Oh, like I said earlier, the standard greeting here. The beast is out there, be careful. The end is nigh. There is a beast, and it is out there.
Yeah, it's big. Taller than trees. Probably wants to eat us.
Are we talking like a literal beast or a metaphorical beast?
No, it's literal. It's big, it's skeletal, it has like an animalistic skull face. It's the size of like 3 big trees tall. Yeah.
Animalistic skull face. Interesting.
Can we go outside and see, like, the disturbance from the beast following us?
If you look outside right now, as the sun's kind of setting, and to the east, from where you're at, because that's how it works. The east, not the west, and you realize that you're facing the wrong direction. So where the beast is, you can see its silhouette still, and it lumbers towards you. It's no longer running. It's just a slow, methodical, ever present approach towards you.
I go, it might be better that right there. You see it kind of just right there on the horizon. That's the beast.
Yeah, use your weird
Interesting.
glasses. You can probably see far, right?
It's not really. These aren't really glasses to see further. Just helping to see different. But I do see the beast. Do we know why it's coming this way? Is it like what are its motivations?
It's chasing us, we think.
That's
Because
indestructible.
we move away and it moves after us. And we can only
Interesting.
move that way. We can't go any other way except towards the beast, and we don't think that's a good idea.
So what would happen if we split up?
I think we'd all end up going the same way. We could try it, but I think we'd all end up going the same way.
I've been with a lot of groups before, and I learned one thing last time. Splitting up doesn't tend to end up well.
Sometimes, yes. Other times, it works well.
Baracus has entered the building, splitting the party.
Here I come too.
So should we just? Are we resting for the evening and then continuing on?
For those who are still inside of the chapel, please give me a perception check.
You guys gonna take care of that other sigil?
Broke up both of them because I copied one and then started breaking it up.
So
I thought the dwarf got both.
yeah, he did. But the lady on the other one didn't cry and run away. Yeah, so she was able to do this underneath y'all's passive perception. I was giving you one last chance on it, and y'all did not get it. She was able to remake that sigil in her own blood, and she was able to complete it. Her body starts making crunching noises as it crushes in on itself. And these hands burst out of her and spreads her open and making a planar door where fire and heat is felt throughout this entire room. Not enough to where damage is actually done, but this creature pulls himself through and makes his way to y'all's current plane and takes your place.
I didn't cause this one.
How scary does said thing look?
I need all of y'all to give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's scary, okay.
Everyone who's in here.
Mine's with an advantage.
Mine was not.
Arty fails. Cutter makes it, and Lomar makes it. Arty, you are frightened of this being very much. You cannot move closer to it. You do want to run away, but you're not required to. You just cannot move closer to it. You also feel a sensation to kneel and worship it. You are not compelled to do so. So this creature before you is grotesque in nature. It's as if a ape and a boar were kind of mushed together. Very bristly, but it is standing on two legs. So it has like the upper legs of a boar sticking out in long, gangly, gorilla-like arms as it looks down. Just filthy, mangy-looking creature. And it has a mask over its face, but it doesn't do anything to hide the fact that it's probably pustulant underneath it. Its smell is very potent. You were thankful that the smell of sulfur was so strong when it arrived, because it's barely masking how bad it was, how bad this creature smells in this room. It does not move from the sigil and looks at all of you. Says, I've been summoned at the rightful price. What powers do you wish?
Uh, does anybody? Y'all don't feel that, right? I'm gonna just get on my knee here for no reason and look up. Just resting. That's all.
One who knows the proper greeting. For your arm, I will give you such great gifts.
Shoot and put it down on me. Not sincerely, just doing it because I see someone else stole it.
Yeah, not such big fan of deals with demons.
It's not a deal. Just taking a knee, resting. That's what I said. Not scared. I'm okay. Is that a tentacle under his face?
Definitely a tentacle under his face.
Arty's like inching slowly back. Like on his knee, just kind of like pushing his foot back a little bit.
But my PDF that has all the information on this guy, and it has gone completely white, and all of my notes are gone. So I'm doing most of this by memory. So apologies if this is a little lackluster.
I'm gonna yell out at the other two, like, "Hey, we have a problem."
Oh, a problem.
And with that, he pivots, and he's now in the center of this sigil. And he notices it's broken and begins to walk freely. He bends down and looks at Arty right in the face. He is the only one he's interested in right now. The flesh price still needs to be paid.
Oh, this flesh is no good. It's been worked and blasted. I feel good. I respect it. I wish I could give it. But there's some in the corner over there. Totally fleshy.
I volunteer. Please, give me wings. And she offers out both of her arms, and he takes them. He excretes like this acid stuff from his hands, his gorilla-like arms, as he takes it, and just kind of melts off her arms. She screams out in pain, but then grotesque wings grow from those holes. And she begins to start praising this being and starts flapping around and starts saying, "Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly." She is crying in pain, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not right.
We should be leaving now.
Anymore. My time is near.
No, thank you. You're free to go.
Your time is near, too. Enjoy the beast.
Yes, I've heard.
And he goes to the fallen one that was in the priestly-looking robes, and steps on its chest, and that same fiery portal opens up, and it just descends. And it closes behind it, and it's gone. Thank God for not engaging in combat with that.
Yeah, that's probably not good.
I was very curious, but I was also, no, I'm not dying today.
Yep. And so this little girl got really terrifying looking wings for arms. They're about as long as they would be if you outstretch your arm up to the elbow. So they're very small, not useful for anything. Raven-like feathers. Um, Black but molting, but repopulating almost as quickly as they molt. So she's just making piles and piles of feathers on the ground.
Yep, I'm thinking city now.
Just like sitting there or decomposing quickly or what?
They start to smolder and turn to ash shortly after they fall to the ground. So yeah, they're not staying there as is. It's just this continuous cycle of growing, molting, falling, decomposing, and rebirthing.
Shame.
Like almost Phoenix-like. Just nowhere near Skeet.
Are you still in pain, Joe?
Yes! It really hurt, but aren't I beautiful? I'm an angel now, right?
Yes, an angel.
Yay. Now we can go back to the city. The Morbus Doctori, they'll let us play again, right? All my friends? We can help them. Now that I'm an angel, they won't be sick anymore. Let's go. And she starts going, and the ladies follow her. And they seem to all be in agreement that, yes, this is for the best and this is a good thing to happen.
Have I managed to slaughter everyone in the building that was injured?
Yes, you were.
Fantastic.
I'm glad you were not in there. So they're willing to risk traveling in the dark. You now have this place all to yourself. The sigil is still, completed. But
I'm gonna go hack it and slash it and pile dirt on it and make sure there's nothing left that can be redrawn or traced or anything.
you do so. You make that happen. So it is nighttime. Lots of crazy stuff went down in here, and y'all don't y'all can talk about it amongst yourselves, but unless y'all want to discuss or anything, we can move on to the next morning. And you feel like there's no way there's going to be any more crazy stuff going on tonight.
Go and reinforce the fucking door anyway.
So these doors are broken off, like not just at the hinges, but the actual stone facade they were attached to was broken off as well.
I try to fix it. Just make the doors work so we can have some shelter for the evening.
Okay.
Can we throw the body parts out the door first?
It'll take me a minute anyway. Do as you must.
Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna sleep in the darkest corner of the room.
I'm gonna sleep in a cage because that's probably the least smelly, or maybe it is
Conspicuous.
smelly.
Oh, I was
You
going
wanna-
for conspicuous.
Does Cutter want to put out any of the torches?
Mm-hmm.
Is that better?
Beautiful.
Hey. So, y'all are able to sleep for the night. As y'all are getting into your downtime for the evening, um, Lomar, you do have those books, Cutter. You are able to see some of the writing on the bindings are in Celestial at this point.
Does it look like he's struggling to read it?
Oh yeah.
So you're trying to read it then?
Keep peering over at it, knowing that I can't read it whatsoever. It's like,
Cool,
I
I'll
just
go help.
can't stop. But yeah.
The books in Celestial. Yes, can you read?
No, I can't. No.
I picked up Immortland. Let me help.
By all means.
Translate it for him.
So as you're looking through these, a lot of these are written kind of historical. Some of them are fantasy. And you're just kind of flipping through some of these and realize that there's lots of superstition in here and folk tales. And if you had to make a guess, maybe 10% of what's in here is probably factual. It really paints like these angelic beings in a really good light, and these it does mention some demons that are willing to give great bounties and great boons to those who are willing to pay the right price for them. Specifically, it mentions the flesh demon who is willing to make modifications to anyone's body so long as they pay the proper flesh price.
Sounds like we found one of those.
So with that, you were able to pick up through the superstition and that understanding that this is kind of written the same way that, like, you would imagine gods would be written about, but instead of gods, these angelic beings have supplanted them in importance. And there's mentions of these arch angels and archdemons and how they once served these deities, and it talks about how some of these beings are vying for supremacy and trying to take the roles of their old masters. So you're getting some information that, like, maybe these things are gone.
Information is good. I like.
Yeah, not the best bedtime story, but that's what y'all have to put yourselves to sleep tonight.
Lovely.
All right. Well, before we go to sleep, as a ritual, I'm going to cast Liam's Tiny Hut.
Nice.
Okay, I come over there then.
All right. Roll me a 1d100, please. So as you do, this spell is your home away from home. This is how you can relax in a foreign place. When you cast it, it is a grotesque version of what you would normally cast. It still functions as it should, but it's as if that flesh demon had a hand in making it. It looks like it's wrapped in flesh and fits very much with the aesthetics. As you were casting that spell, you could feel your connection to magic just not really clicking with this, and feel like you have to adjust how you're doing it. Maybe it was part of the verbal components. Maybe you need to adjust how you move your hands to get the right somatic components. But this ain't right. It'll work, but it's not right.
What is going on with the magic in this place? This is odd.
Yeah, my vines were creepier than usual.
Let's figure this out because this is not going to be okay for anything going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should leave this place. This isn't a good place.
I think anything about this place is good.
About as scary as Morelands.
Yeah. Fortunately, I wasn't able to get a hit off on that even.
You got hits off on me.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Thank you for reminding me.
perhaps I shouldn't have.
So, do y'all finally decide to sleep in here?
Yeah, in the hut.
Sure. Yep.
Okay. As you do and you wake up, if you cast any spells that require spell slots, or if you wanted to recover your health, you feel like it needs to take something out of you in order to do so. This wasn't a long and well earned rest. This felt like a short rest. It's now kicked in.
Don't we still heal on short rests?
You have to burn your hit die.
Oh, okay.
You have 1 hit die per level. So you should
Me-
have 11 hit dies.
May wish to recover class ability as well as 1 spell slot.
Yes, please. 2 hit die.
How does me note this on character sheet?
You click on short rest at the top, and you can say reset maximum HP or automatically apply healing with dice result. And you can get rid of the check on the automatically apply healing, and then you can just click how many hit die you would like to use. And it won't reset until you take a long rest.
Okay. Me check 2 boxes and get spell and indomitable will back.
I don't think mine worked though. There we go.
Moving the party back to the starting area. Because unless y'all really want to hang out there more, I have nothing else planned for it. But y'all get woken up by the nice and gentle low howl and the ever-present coming of the beast.
I was using 3 hit die. Is that where we're wrapping up?
No, I was going to get y'all to the front gate. So time check, it is 11:30 Eastern time, so 10:30 Central time. Is this where we want to wrap it up, or do y'all want to get to the gate and meet y'all's point of contact PC for that area?
Something for me.
Good for you.
I didn't understand if that was a yes or no.
I'm good. Yes, I'm good to go.
I'm all in.
Okay. I will do my best to get this through quickly. So y'all, actually, you have a new member, and with that, gosh, I cannot for the life of me remember Lomar's name. Lomar, you notice that the orc has a griffin and can fly on it. The fairy has wings and can fly. The dwarf has wings on his feet. I'm gonna call them flings from now on. And Cutter is being graciously hosted on the griffin by the orc. How's Lomar going to keep up with them, or is he?
I can give you a lift.
Lamar looks at the fairy like, well, I mean, she did destroy the cave, so she can.
Yeah, I'm not even going to require a strength check on that. You actually have the strength to pull that off, so no problems there. With that, y'all fly, and fly. The beast slowly getting behind you. If y'all do attempt to do the fun thing where y'all all go different directions, the world actually morphs in a very odd way, and y'all all end up going in the same direction. But there is this, towards the evening, there's this guard station outside of this really, like, Victorian style, damp. Looks like there's a soft, low mist out on the waters that are there just to the west of it, on the west banks. In this swampish looking area, there's a guard tower, but it looks like they're not looking to prevent people from coming in. They're looking towards the city, and looks like they're looking for people to not come out. How do y'all proceed?
Right up to the gates, I guess.
Okay. So as you do, you kind of startle them because most people don't try to go in. One of the guards calls out to you. You don't look like champions of filth. You're way too clean. What are you doing here?
Don't have a choice. We have to come here.
You infected?
No, it's either we come here or the beast gets us.
They both look at you, just astonished that you would even say that out loud.
The end is nigh?
Yes, the end is nigh. You're not infected. Maybe they should be made to go inside and fit in with the rest of the Lysic filth. This long creature. Okay. And I will get a better picture for him. This is just the best one I've found for tonight. Approaches you. He's actually taller than this guy appears. With his very bright red eyes and long beak nose, he passes the guards and looks over each one of you, staring long at the orc. And looks in both the good eye and the bad eye, examining you. Doesn't touch any of you, but it looks like he really wants to. And he tells the guards, "These would be great for our purposes. Let them in. I will escort them myself."
Purposes? Could you clarify?
Morbus Doctore, we have our purposes. This disease, as these infidels call it, is no disease but a blessing. And I can tell there is strong constitutions amongst you. You will survive, and we will make great research from this. I foresaw it.
At that point, Baracus starts piecing together the word doctore and research. He goes, you are a doctor?
Yes, Doctor, we heal and learn from disease and blessings.
Baracus becomes visibly shaken. Doctor. No research, no poking, no cutting.
If you didn't already have inspiration, I'd give it to you. And I think with that, that's a good place for us to stop for the evening.
Okay. We're gonna raid over to another channel on Twitch, so if you guys wanna come into the chat and help us raid and make it good, that would be good. Other than that, have a good night. Let's raid.
Bye, peoples. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, everyone.
Good times.
Yeah, so I really do appreciate y'all putting up with all the railroading, but it served its purpose.
Okay, so
It's always a challenge on
Fridays,
first
right?
session. Like, why is everyone together and why are they doing what they do? So it's sometimes, I think, necessary in the beginning. So
Yeah,
I didn't have a problem with it. I find that too much freedom in the beginning is kind of choice paralysis. So I didn't see a problem.
thank you. Yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna be reading over to Nixalotle, and we're going to say hi to them. They're doing some Dungeons and Dragons. They're looking at some D&D books and lore and stuff. They're a really good DM, so they do lots of charity as well. So give them all your support. Bye.
Okay, now we can talk freely.
I had muted the desktop audio. Don't worry.
Oh, good.